Okay, so once again, Facebook friends, I want you to see. I hate for going out the first time, but you can see water rescues taking place right here. Actually, small children being pulled from Groom Road by volunteers on boats. When we were here earlier, we told you we were right here in Baker, next at the intersection of Groom Road and Main Street, and we saw boats going out earlier today, really trying to get people out along Groom Road that were trapped in their homes. We were actually told, we spoke with some people that were on the boats earlier, and what the deal was Baker Police Department was actually giving people addresses that had boats and were accepting help from them to go out down Groom Road and anywhere around this area of Baker to try and get people from their homes that have been trapped. You see it right here unfolding before your eyes. You see people getting their belongings, getting personal items, anything that they could grab out of their homes. I spoke with one woman who tells me that she was actually trapped overnight. She's been in her home since about 6 o'clock last night, and she just arrived on this boat that you just saw. Unfortunately, we dipped out just for a minute on Facebook Live just a few minutes ago. But we definitely wanted to come back and bring you this as it was happening. I'll jump back over here in just a second and let's see if she'd be willing to speak with us. Just 1 second. Hi there, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Say suffering.
Suffering. Oh my God, how old is she?
She's 3 months.
She's 3 months.
Yes, sir.
Wow. If I could get your first and last name, if you could just look right here at me. I didn't know if you cared to talk with us.
Keyshawn Forrest.
Could you spell that for me?
Keshonforrest.
And you all were just what the past couple of days have been like.
Yesterday it started out good, and then like this morning when we was laying in the bed, it started out like 2 inches of water, and then like this morning when I got up out the bed, I just started splashing, and I told my boyfriend, I said we got to get out of here, and that when we went to my sister's house, and that when she helped us, and it's like another thing of Katrina. I went through this with Katrina, and I got 4 small kids. This not what it is. And I advise everybody to get out, and it's time for everybody to stick together.
And I know it's very emotional. You all were trapped there for overnight. Were you scared going to bed last night?
Not really, no. But this morning I was. Because we don't got no air. We got food. Only thing we was eating is barbecue chicken, barbecue sausage, and barbecue wings. But if you can get out, you better get out fast as you can, because you don't know how far this is going to go.
And I know it's actually stopped raining. This is the first time that it's stopped raining since Thursday. Just talk about, were you watching the news over the past few days?
I was getting it off of Facebook, my information off of Facebook.
And when people were saying kind of stay indoors, stay in your homes if you didn't feel like it was necessary to leave, kind of what was going through your mind last night?
This was like, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to wake up to. And like, I didn't know, because my children we lost everything, and my children lost all their clothes. We lost everything, but clothes and material stuff, that's not what it is. The longer we still have our life, that's what matters to me.
Now talk about this rescue process. I know that we were told that volunteers are going out on their boats. They're assisting the Baker Police Department and getting people out of their homes. At what time did you realize that you were going to be rescued, or had anybody contacted you? Did you reach out to Baker Police?
No, we called my mother-in-law, and she been telling us to get out. We didn't follow her, so we was sitting up in there thinking, and we were like, it's getting too high. And the rescue people, they was like, that it's not getting lower, it's gonna get much higher. And my boyfriend was like, we got to go. And so we left. And the rescue people helped us.
And just talk to me about, I know you said you all lost pretty much everything. How high was the water in your home?
It looked like about 5 inches of water.
And, you and your kids, what all did you grab? I saw you all had a few items.
All we had was we got our clothes, but that's the first thing we could survive is our clothes. And everything else, and like food, whatever, because we saw barbecue, and that really was about it.
With a small child, with all your children really, when you saw that boat coming up to your front door, what was going through your mind at that time?
Everything. Like, I didn't really want my children to go through this, but they got to go through some someday. And this ridiculous.
Do you all know where you're going tonight, or?
Yeah, we're going to Centerville, Mississippi.
Okay. You all have somebody waiting on you now?
They're coming to get us.
Okay.
That's who we're waiting on.
Perfect. Any message? I know you mentioned that you didn't listen to your mother-in-law last night when she wanted you all to get out. Any message to someone who's still in their homes right now?
If they could get out, if somebody tell them to get out, they need to follow the first mind. Get out, because you don't know how far it's gonna go. You don't know if you could get out this time, you better get out, because the next time you might can't get out, and you're gonna be on the roof, and really no helicopters not flying. Only the people that choose to volunteer is helping them.
All right, thank you so much. I certainly appreciate it. Again, you can see just some of the items that this family. Again, you can see just some of the items that this family was able to get out of their home and bring with them. Not a lot here, but they say that they lost, pretty much everything. But these are the few items that they chose to bring with them. A lot of essentials here, as you can see, that they chose to bring with them out of their home. They say that they are now waiting on family members from Centerville, Mississippi, to come and pick them up. It will likely be a much drier night, a much safer night than they experienced last night. This woman told me that she actually did not listen to her mother-in-law last night when she warned her to get out. But now she's saying she is definitely glad that volunteers came to her aid, really came to her rescue. And we've actually been following this story. We've been out here in Baker along Groom Road and Main Street for a couple of hours now. We actually saw people when we were out here earlier. We saw some of those volunteers on the boats. But just to give you an idea of what this looks like, you can see right here, just as soon as you step off the sidewalk, you really cannot tell how deep this water is. And as you walk, this is the sidewalk here. We're actually on Groom Road. This is the sidewalk. You can see I have on boots. As soon as you step off the sidewalk, you absolutely are in trouble there. It drops down really, and it really drops down really quickly here without warning. But we have some of the volunteers here. Kind of refreshes. Yeah, the thing about Facebook, sometimes the connection goes out. But if we could step this way, we had a little bit better connection here. Ma'am, if I could get your first and last name.
I'm Brandy Edgen.
Okay, can you spell it for me?
Edgen, Brandy with an I.
Okay, and tell me a little bit about what you all are doing out here today.
A while ago, me and my dad had a boat out. We were trying to catch as many people as we could, try to rescue some of the stuff that was in their houses. Right now, me and Shay are outside trying to do a couple of things with the animals, trying to rescue the animals. If anybody has animals that they need transported to shelters or anything like that, we're out here trying to take the animals in, bring them to different shelters. If they're stuck in houses, we might try to, come and get the animals, doing whatever needs to be done.
And I know a lot of people were trying to get as much as they could out of their homes, but a lot of these people lost a lot. Kind of tell me what got you motivated to come out and do this.
Well, the main thing that got me motivated is a lot of my friends were affected by it. And when I saw how bad that their houses were going under and how much that they lost, I figured I needed to do something to help them. I couldn't just sit at home and just sit there and watch all my friends go through all this devastation.
Pitch in and help out.
Yeah, we're donating life jackets, doing whatever that we can, giving, whatever we need.
We just donated some life jackets. The lady that just left, she has a dog stuck in her house, and she needs someone to go get it. Her house is under, so we're going to do the best that we can do to go and get the dogs out and get them to safe ground.
If we gotta swim, we gotta swim. And, anything that we can do to help y'all, anything that we need to do. If your dogs are stuck, if you're stranded, we can try to get you some help. Whatever you need done, basically.
And a lot of this was coordinated through the Baker Police Department. I know that they were giving volunteers like addresses of where people could go.
Right.
And a lot of that actually came from social media. Talk about, how important it was that information was passed along that way.
Very important. It got around a lot. List of emergency contacts, and everybody They gave one specific number for everybody that wanted to help to call and let them know that they could help. And they would give them a location and go out and just help whoever they could help.
The Zachary Fire Department is also doing the same thing. If you come up to any police or Zachary Fire Department wanting to help, wanting to have a boat, anything that you need, they'll send you specifically to places, sometimes addresses. Mostly like destinations, like where can you get to, if you can get to Central or Denham, or where can you get to, and they'll send you to that specific location, especially a street that's in desperate need that they haven't gotten to yet. So
And what time did you all get out here today?
my dad was out here at, I want to say 8. I didn't get with him till about 10 by the time he came back from his first run, and then I got with her around 5.
5 or so. Yeah, we've been out since about 5 o'clock.
About how many rescues would you say that you helped with today?
Me personally, I've helped with 5 rescues altogether, and my dad helped with, before me, he helped with 11, I think.
Was there anything that stood out to you at any of those rescues? Maybe anything that someone said, or?
It was mainly just, my dad did most of the main rescues. I did more of the like going in houses and rescuing people's stuff that they left back. But one thing that my dad said, there was just people walking and trying to get to a higher ground, and he would just stop, pull over, take the ones that needed help the most, try to pull them in.
Right, and that's got to make you feel good. I mean, you know,
It really does.
What was going through your mind as you were kind of getting these people out of their homes, getting them to higher ground, getting them to safety?
Well, seeing all the people that other people were grabbing, as well as us trying to get all this stuff out of the houses, it's so remarkable to see how everybody comes together as a community, not only to help strangers in need, but everybody else that's in need. You know, it doesn't matter, you know, who you are or where you came from or where you live. We're all trying to help each other in every single way. Mosquitoes.
And I know a lot of people have been saying, you know, they've never seen anything like this. They've never dealt with anything like this. Have you ever experienced something like this?
Never.
Not in our lifetime, no. This is pretty bad. And her and I are lucky to be on the drier side of Zachary. My friends and family, I have a lot of them that are under, a lot of them that came close to being under, and brand new houses. My mom has a brand new house and didn't even have flood insurance, and it, you know, she was 1 inch from being flooded, you know, and it's just, this is crazy. You don't see anything like this, but I think the people down here, I think they know. So far as you see, the guys operating the boats, we have a lot of boats, and, you know, as far as that goes, they're prepared, and they know how to get in and get out.
Right, and that's so remarkable. I mean, you said that some of your family members are in need right now. You know, you are a little bit better off than most, but, you know, knowing that you all are dealing with things as well, but you're kind of putting that to the side and willing to come out and help other people, just how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good, you know, that I am on the dry side, but it's another thing when you know that you have family that's, you know, somewhere and you can't get to them. You know, you can't get in a boat and get to some people where the water is just spiked the Mississippi, you know, rushing by. You can't, it's sad. It's depressing, and my 98-year-old great-grandmother she lives on the coast road, and she's getting water going into her house, you know, and it's when, you know, it's hard to explain. It's frustrating.
All right, ladies, thank you so much. I certainly appreciate it. If I could get your name as well, because I didn't at first.
Shay Corona.
Could you spell that for me, please?
SATACORONA.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Again, I don't know if you can see it, but we are here on Groom Road in in Baker rather, and there were some boats that were going down this roadway, or really this river, is what it looks like now. Again, if you're familiar with the Baker area, we're right here at First Baptist Church. This is the church that you see right here that does have sandbags at the very front of the building. To the right of that is Baker High School, and that is taking on water as well as we speak. And then if you look right here, a little bit closer to Main Street, we're on Groom Road, but a little bit closer to Main Street, you see this CVS pharmacy, basically that parking lot underwater as well. These two cars right here Not sure if those were employees' cars or if those were cars of people that were just in the store that just simply bailed out of those cars. But truly remarkable scenes here in Baker, Louisiana, as this family right here waits for their relatives to come and pick them up shortly after they had been rescued from their home on Groom Road. You can see the few items that they chose to bring with them. Everything else, unfortunately, they said, was lost. This is where we'll leave you here. We'll have much more on this story coming up tonight on 9 News at 10, so be sure to join us there. You can also catch up on everything of this with this flood, with this historic flooding, all of our coverage online at WAFB.com.